guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my live real talk with your girl, Lady D. Look like I finally made it, guys. It wasn't easy, but I am here. I'm going to try to see if I can stay on at least an hour. As you can see right here by the title, yes, we got a lot to go ahead and talk about. Yeah, and it's going to look just be intense. So just go ahead and take notes because that's exactly what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and take notes because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show some clips of the Queen Mother. Yes, Shahrazad Ali, and like I said, it's no better person to go ahead and break down, especially when it comes to all this stuff that is going on, especially in Black families. So, like I said, guys, this right here is not to go ahead and pick on anyone. It's just like it's time for us to educate our people, and no better person than the Queen Mother. Yes. And like I said, she's been doing this for a long time. She never changed. And I'm going to let you know who she is before I go ahead and get into the clips. And like I say, just go ahead and take notes because, like I say, when you see all the stuff that is going on right now, this right here to me, this is it. It cannot get no worse than what it is right now. But before I get into it, let me go ahead and I want to show you this right here, this clip that I had saw on Tasha K, and all this right here is going to go ahead and tie in with everything that we are talking about because I don't know what is going on, but guys, this is wake up time. It's time for us to stop allowing these people to rock us to sleep because that's exactly what is going on. I was on Tasha K's IG page, and make sure you go ahead and check it out. I'm not going to play it right here. And the reason why, because for some reason, every time when I go to IG, I just freeze. And I don't know if I'm freezing right now. I might be freezing. So I'm going to go ahead and small my screen. But this right here was on Tasha K. And like I say, guys, this right here, believe it or not, it's just getting scary. Scary by the minute. This right here, let me see if I can show it to you guys. Hold on, let me this right here, I don't know if you guys can see it right here. Sorry about that. But let me go ahead and play it. These women was on a platform. I guess they have their own podcast where they was talking about, yes, giving their 13-year-old daughters vibrators. And that's just to show you right now, guys, what type of world that we are living in. So this right here, it's time for us, like I said there and say, it's time for us to wake up. So let me go ahead and play this right here, and then after that, we're going to get into everything else, okay? Make the bad choices. Let me show you this. Hold on. Like I say, guys, it's a lot of stuff that is going on. And the thing about it is that we taking all this foolish stuff, all this stuff to entertain us. And that's exactly what they want us to do. That conversation look like? Or what are your thoughts around introducing? Give it to her. Yeah. Amen. It's birth control, and it's natural and it's normal. If I don't give it to you, you're gonna find one of these nasty little boys that are dirty fingernails, and I just sometimes pleasure is peace. We maybe not give her super duper strong vibration. We don't need a broken. So right here, in case you guys don't understand what's going on, I just want you guys just to see exactly what I'm talking about. Make sure you go on Tasha's K IG page, where they was talking about, giving a 13-year-old girl, the girls a vibrator. Guys, it's just to show you that it's like they are trying to get us so far away from men, period. That is horrible, guys. That is horrible, where you would rather give your 13-year-old daughter a vibrator, knowing that that would mess that child up, all types of spirits. And I mean, by the time she get up in age, then she may not even want a man. A man could not even please her. But that's just to show you what type of world that we are living in, guys. Like I say, this is getting scary. This right here, I mean, it's just time for us to wake up. And we get so caught up in social media, we get so caught up in all this stuff that is going on these reality shows. And like I said, when these reality shows they come on, some of this stuff right here is just to take us away from what's really going on. So let me go ahead and let you know who is the Queen Mother. And that's exactly what I call her, the Queen Mother, because she's been doing this for so long. So let me let you guys know exactly who she is, which everyone should know who Shaharza Ali is. But in case you don't know, let me go ahead and pull this up so you all can see. So if you're just coming in, guys, welcome to my life, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. So let me just read this right here to give you guys, in case you don't know who she is, make sure you go ahead and check all of her videos out. Make sure you go ahead and do that. So let me see about y'all. Okay, let me see if I'm pulling it up. So let me read who she is, okay? And you know good and well how they are when it's our people. But Shahrazad Ali, she was born April 27, 1954. She is an American author of several books, including a paperback called The Black Man Guide to Understand the Black Woman. The book was, as you know, they're going to consider as controversy because anytime, like when it's time to wake up our people, that's exactly what they do. Bringing forth community forums and heated arguments. And also, her book reviews was on the Los Angeles Times, the New York Times, Washington Post, Newsday, Newsweek. Ali appeared on Tony Brown Joyner, the Sally Jesse Raphael show. I remember that back then. Oh my God, do I remember when she was on the Phil Donahue show? I might can find a clip to show you guys some of that as well. Oprah Winfrey, Geralda TV program. She was also in Living Colors. The book reported brought black bookstores, news business, and other bookstores. Some of them didn't want to hear, but oh well. And that's exactly what it people do, especially when it comes to our strong leaders. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I want to go ahead and let you hear, let me go ahead and let you hear this right here, and then we're going to go and comb through it. And like I said, I know when it comes to our people, a lot of our people don't even want to hear this right here, but like I said, it is what it is. Long as we talking about all this foolish stuff, oh yeah, people wants to hear stuff like that. But like I said, this tell it to them anyway, whether they like it or not.
Successful. The white woman is not man having a they call mistress. We pick up a lot of that terminology. But a man who has to women, that's not necessarily a mistress. That's just his other or the other woman. That's the reality of our life at some point. So man. But every man doesn't want to.
What about our morals and our religion?
Whose religion? Whose morals? Not our religion, because we're not practicing the religion. That was taken from us. We don't have our morals anymore. That was taken from us. So whose idea are you representing when you stand up for those values? Not ours. Somebody else's. Some other nationality. And it may work for them, but it doesn't work for us. It hasn't worked for anybody, really. But nobody wants to deal with the truth. Monogamy was only created because of the economics of it. Successful. The white woman has not been successful to stop
So, so let me go ahead and stop it right here. I know you guys heard the video, and make sure you go on TikTok. You can go ahead and listen to it. But what she was saying is, and we want to make sure that we go ahead and take notes, because this right here, when it comes to love and marriage in Huntsville, which I did a lot of reviews on this show, and I needed to get some kind of clarity of what's going on. Now, I'm not going to say polygamous is for everybody. It's not even for me, okay? But this world right here, as you see, all this stuff that is going on, we have to educate ourselves. And because some of this stuff that is have happened back then, like I said, they say it's not new under the sun. I see my girl Donna Davis is in the house. She say, "Hey, Lady D, good afternoon. Thank you for joining my live." But I know you had heard that clip, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play it again. We're gonna go and we're gonna comb through it because when it comes to the black man, and we know when it comes to the black man has been counted like sheep for the slaughter, for I mean, since the beginning. And I'm not talking about every man, okay? I'm talking to some black men. I'm talking to the men that are providers in their home. I'm not talking about these deadbeat dads that making these babies and they are not taking care of their kids. They just out there as just sperm donors. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the black man that he's going to provide for his house. He going to provide whatever he go out there and he do. He going to make sure that he provide. And when she was saying that, and I know you guys heard it, you might let me go ahead and play it again. But what she was saying is that they have, people that is quick to go and get rid of, wives, get rid of their man just because, their wives are, their husbands are out there. Now, she was saying, I don't know if it was in this clip right here. I'm gonna go ahead and play it again. That when a woman, and a man, they've been in a relationship for like 2 or 3 years, that does not consider as a side chick. And, we may not agree to it, and it does not consider as his mistress, it's considered as his woman. And also, the Queen Mother, she had said that, if nothing is lacking in your home, nothing is taken out of your home, and he's providing for you, then, why are you complaining? Now, I know that this is not for everyone, but you also have to look at it, how we so quick to put our foot on the black man and consider him as a cheater. And once he's a cheater, as you can see when it comes to these reality shows, we ready to take our foot, and pretty much put it on his neck. I see my girl Starbucks is in. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining my live Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna go ahead and break it down, guys. Just take notes because this right here, this is real. This is real. And as you can see, it's so much stuff that is going on, out there where we call good evil and we call evil good. And what the queen was saying pretty much is, which she does not need no explaining, but I'm just trying to break it down and translate it to you guys the best way that I can, is that we got to stop looking at what they have presented the black man as. Soon in a minute that he goes out there and he slipped, or he's doing something that we don't agree to. We can't be so quick to just go ahead and just cancel him, throw him out. As you can see right now, when it comes to this reality show with Martell Holt, how it's like we not letting up off of him. And they got plenty people, many people have stepped out of their marriage. And if you is in a relationship, or you married and you feel that, and I'm not trying to go ahead and poke holes in your relationship, but like I said, some men does cheat. Some men does cheat. So let me go ahead and play it again so you guys that just coming on, you can hear exactly what I'm talking about when she was saying, we got to quit nagging, we got to quit nagging our husband, and like I said, if he's taking care of your household, just like I remember when Melody, it was, I think it was like the first season when she was saying that. I think she even made a song about it. Tell some, I can't even remember what the title of a song, that nothing really was liking out of her home. She even said that Martell, used to bring her flowers. He used to pull a chair out. He was a good provider. She had no signs that, he was out there, as we will call it, cheating. So let me go ahead. Like I say, this right here, this conversation is not for everyone, but it got to be told because, we so quick when it's certain things that we don't like, we ready to go ahead and cancel it. But we got, like I had told you guys when you came on, we got mothers, most likely single women that's raising kids in the house, buying vibrators. Do you hear me? For that 13-year-old daughter. All that, all that doing is just pushing that child to something else. Why would they even do stuff like this? Because that's just to show you what type of world that we are living in. And I wish I could play that video, guys, but every time I come on, for some reason I freeze up. So I'm not even going to go ahead and mess with that. But let me go ahead and play it again. I wish I could pause it. I don't know how to play and pause at the same time.
Man from having another woman. But a man who has two women, that's not necessarily a mistress. That's just his other woman.
And so
We
rare,
people know that terminology.
hold
A
on.
man who has two women, that's not necessarily a mistress.
So
They
what you're
call them,
saying that have two
that's not necessarily a
women, it's not really considered as a mistress. It's just the other woman. Now, like I said there and said, we may not agree to it, but a lot of stuff, we were stripped of, especially when it comes to our culture. Now, I'm not going to say, guys, this is for everyone, okay? Let me see what you guys are saying.
that's just his other woman. And we got
Now, you hear that? What she said, that's just this other woman.
choices. We can be the woman or the other woman.
So right there, the queen said that we have two choices. We can be, we can be the wife or we can be the other woman. So we have two choices. So guys, let me know what you think about this right here, because I think that, if she was looking at this, what we're looking at right now when it comes to Martell Holtz and Ariane Curry and Melody, I think, she most likely, the queen, most likely probably tell them, just go ahead and stay with your, stay with your family, because she also has said, not in this clip right here, that once you do leave, then you go out there and you just make things worse. And that's not her exactly words, but just look at Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams' husband, he took care pretty much of everything, and he had a, a woman, he married, for so many years, end up having a baby. But once, him and, Wendy, they went ahead and they divorced. Wendy, pretty much, she lost it. Look at her right now. And I'm going to say a legend. I don't know if that was the case. So, guys, like I said, they say, help me to make this make sense, guys.
We don't have it, those two.
And like she said, and the queen said that, we don't like it. No, we don't like it, because who wants to share their men with other women? I know I don't. I'm not into astrologies or anything, but I'm a Capricorn, and Capricorn, they are very territorial. But like I say, this is the generation that we live in. We call everything else good. Everybody else can marry whoever they want. Don't everybody's going around saying love is love? Everybody's saying love is love. So if love is love and you can marry who you want to marry, whoever you want to marry, and no one frowns upon that, then why a man, if he feel that he can take care of more than one wife, then why he can't? Why that cannot be legal? But just like the sister said, all this stuff is just dealing with an economic system just to control. That's pretty much what it is. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find another video where I heard where she was talking about monogamous, how she was saying that was pretty much created by the government just to make sure that they keep a tab, and make sure that all the stuff that is happening right now, especially when it comes to divorce, especially when it comes to all this other stuff, who the only ones getting paid? The lawyers and the court. So right there, she was saying that's pretty much is a money racket, because these women these days, they don't even want to stay in a marriage no longer than 2 years. So in the minute that things does not go their way, what they want to do, they want to go ahead and they want to leave. They want to go ahead and leave. So let me see if I can read some of the comments. But like I said, guys, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Of our life at some point. Now it's up to the man at a point where,
What
but they
about
don't
our
do it.
morals and our religion?
Whose religion? Whose morals? Not our religion. Religion, because practicing black people that was taken from us. Anymore, that was taken from us. Have our morals anymore. That was taken from us.
So it was asked, what about our morals and our religion? And she said, whose morals, whose religion? Because it wasn't ours. But like I said, guys, all I could say, I'm just trying to see how to bring clarity to this. I see where Starbucks say this is interesting. So it's an open relationship. No, it's not really an open relationship. It's a relationship, pretty much what we call today polygamous. But if you really look back, especially going way back in Africa, or in the beginning, if you are a Christian, most of them in the Old Testament, they had many wives. You remember Abraham had plenty sons, he had plenty wives. And if you really believe in some of the stories that's in the Bible, that's how the world was really divided, because of Abraham took his concubine. Now, some of you guys may not know what I'm talking about, but when Abraham, he was married to Sarah. Sarah, she could not have any babies. So at the time, she wasn't patient. So she wanted her husband, Abraham, to have a child with one of her servants, one of her concubines, who was Haggai. And when Haggai was able to receive a child, then Sarah, she had got jealous. And that's how, really, if you look at it, that's how they say the world was divided between Ishmael and Isaac, because Ishmael was the stepchild. He had all the one part of the country, Iraq and all this other, the Arabs and Isaac, but that's a story by itself, but like I said, back then, in Africa, they had many wives, and it was not just because of sex. It was because, the reason why a man had so many wives who he would consider as a king, because a man is a provider. And most of the wives that he was taking in, to provide for the wives, to keep them from out there, doing what these women today is doing. How some of them, they are not satisfied, they want so much, where they going out there and they just losing their soul over almighty dollars, doing all types of stuff. So if that's to keep, the family back intact, because just look at the children. The children even went out there, and the children is just doing so much. So if that's to bring family structure back and have the black man into the home with his family the way that the Most High God had ordained it to be, then who to say? Because, like I said, this is getting weird by the day. It's getting weird by the day. I mean, we can have, like I said, and I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't want no cease and desist letter sent in my way, but we can have King Charles and now Queen Camilla, and we all know the story behind all that, but nobody says nothing about that. Look at Kim Zolciak and Croy, how Kim was able to live her happy ever after until the money ran out. But nobody said anything like that. They gave her a spinoff. But soon in a minute, it's just something about the black man. And like I said, this is not to raise debate, but I am talking to my people, guys.
So whose idea are you representing when you stand for those votes? Not ours. Somebody else's, some other nationality. And it may work for them. But it hasn't worked for anybody, really. But nobody wants to deal with the truth. Monogamy was only created because of the economics of it.
So you heard
Successful. The white woman has not been successful.
So you heard exactly what Shahraz Ali said. She said monogamous really was created for economic, just to keep us in debt, just to keep the lawyers and the court system, the government. But like I said, it's just a lot, guys, because like I say, when it comes to stuff like this, the rabbit hole goes very, very deep, very deep. And this right here, it needs to be talked about, because as you can see, just look at all the garbage, all the stuff that is going on right now on social media. Any and everything is acceptable now. But certain things, we have our pickers and choosers, what we're going to call evil. So who to say? If they can take care of the home, which the man is the provider, and everybody is happy, nobody is lacking for anything, there's structure in the home, then, like I said, if it's working, who are we to sit there and judge about it? And the only reason why we picking it apart when it comes to this show on Love and Marriage in Huntsville is because they aired it out. They made it as a reality show. But who to say that if Mel was not on a reality show, that she would have left her husband, because she knew that her husband was out there. He had another woman. And like Queen Shahars Ali said, it's no longer a chick or a mistress. Pretty much, they was living like sister wives, because she knew that her husband was out there doing that. Where even, it was said that she was going by the house, Ariane Curry's house. And I don't have to say allegedly, because that's what it was said. So they pretty much knew exactly what's going on. Even, Melody, she even left, but she came back. So, like I said there and say, when it comes to these reality shows, guys, you know, it could be a teachable moment. We can learn from it. Because, like I said, whatever the devil meant for bad, God can turn it around for good. And where are our people at? I talk about it all the time. Where is our people? Our people right there in front of the television, living through somebody else's life. So it does not make no sense for us to go out there and try to tear down the black man when we know that the black man went through hell and back. Now, I would say that if he was a deadbeat, he's not taking care of home, of course, get rid of him. We can look at Letitia and her husband Marcel. I'm gonna say allegedly, but I'm pretty sure, that I, most likely, some of the stuff that was out there, some of it probably was true, but she was not gonna leave her husband. But just what to say, if she would have listened to all the noise that was out there, and she would have went ahead just like all the ones that's looking from the outside, get rid of your husband. If she would have done that, do you think that she would be able to build not one, not two, not three, but for several businesses where now she can leave legacies, not just for her children, but her children's children? See, we got to think, guys, because the enemy comes to do three things, and that's to kill, steal, and destroy. So if he can put anything in your way to keep you from focusing on what God has for you, he wants you to stifle your blessings. He wants you to not walk into your destiny. He's going to put all types of traps in your way. And he's not going to use any and everything. He's going to use what you love the most. Stuff that he knows that's going to tempt you. And that's why they say the enemy comes in as an angel of light. Do you know what an angel of light is? He comes in as a very beautiful, attractive person. And what he does, he will use a beautiful, attractive woman to sit there to just us to go after your husband, because like I tell you guys all the time, that there are people that are assigned to your life just to keep you off focus. And he will put the most beautiful person in your life, attractive person, and tempt you. And before you know it, he's going to bring you to open shame. So that's why we got to be cautious. We have to not be so quick to just throw in the towel. Because, like I said, we all can learn from it. I know I can. There's a lot of stuff that we can come on and we can talk about, because now everything is out in the open where we could talk about it, because there's a solution for everything. Do you think that the Most High God is just going to bring you somewhere and not see you through it? Everything was predestined. Everything had to happen. But if you really look at it from a spiritual point of view, it's finished. It's over. All we doing is just going through the process. Guys, this is not easy. And the reason why it's not easy, because the enemy have looked into your future. I talk about it all the time. I talk about jealousy. Jealousy will keep their eyes on their prey until they take them out. Do you think that people is not watching you? When people see a little success, all eyes is on you because they want what you got. So, like I said, if we can sit there and we can pass all kinds of laws to have children going and get puberty blockers without their parents' consent, the schools teaching their kids, our children, all types of stuff, they legalizing all that stuff, then what is wrong with a man if he feel like he loved more than one woman? It's not for me, guys. I'm telling you, it's not for me. But it's for people that's out out there that they think that divorce is the only answer, guys. Divorce is not the only answer, because soon, when a minute that you leave out that house, all you're going to do is leave from the frying pan to the skillet. And I'm not telling you to be in an abusive relationship. I'm not telling you to be weak. That's what society is telling you. But somebody else, your trash will be somebody else's treasure. Because I promise you, the minute when you throw him out, most likely your best friend or somebody close to you is ready to go and scoop it up. And that's real talk. But guys, like I said there and say, this is real. This right here is real. The only thing, just think about it. The only thing that they demonize is when a black man go and he cheat or he mess up. Everything else goes. Everything goes. Except when a black man do something, they dare to put their foot on his neck. And ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. You know the answer. You know the answer. You know who he is. They've been after the black man from the beginning. All the laws that's set in place, it's just to sit there to keep him down. We got more prisons being built, all these private prisons. Who you think they have in mind? They didn't have nobody else but your man in mind. Just to sit there and break up the black family, because it's just a money game. Once they break up the black family, those private prisons, $1 billion industry, the woman said she's dependent on the government, which the government now is her husband. The children's out there just acting crazy. They from school into the prison pipeline. Guys, all this stuff right here is designed to take us out. Wake up. Wake up. This right here is nothing but a cheap trick. Because the devil looked into our future. He looked into our future and he saw greatness. And every time when a leader would rise up, what would they do? They would take them out because they want to keep us asleep. Long as we entertaining these people, like I said, they know that they have us. Long as they can keep us distracted, fighting with each other, tearing down each other. Because like I said, this is the type of world that we live in, guys. Wake up. It's time for us to wake up. We've been asleep for too long. Let's listen to a little more, guys.
So we married to the government. They take care of us like our man should. They give us food, clothes, shelter, health care, child care, education. We our man. And they only do that, as I said, for the two reasons: to make him look inadequate and to make that little ego that he got left, and to make us think that we are better than him.
That's sad. See, that's what they want. That's what they want. Anything to sit there and just break the black man. Anything to break the black man because it's a threat to them. So long as we disrespecting them, Long as we feel that now we are independent, we don't need a man. And that's what we got right now. That's why you see all the chaos that's going on right now. Look at when who that was Ayana Fix My Life, Ayana Van Zandt. When she broke this woman down, I mean, ripped the sheets right off of this woman. When she asked one of these ladies, I think she got her own podcast, would you marry a black, would you marry a bus driver? What was the first thing that she said? If he owns, if he owned the company. And that's what our little young girls are looking at. And not only just our young girls is looking at it, our young boys are looking at that. They figure I cannot measure up to this woman. So what they do now, the enemy is out there to snatch them up. Where now they acting like women because they feel that they can't measure up with you guys. Guys, we got a lot of stuff that we're going to be accountable for. A lot of stuff that we're going to be accountable. A lot of stuff that we're going to have to answer to. And that's why I say we got to sit there, we got to wake up, we got to come out of it. And I know that a lot of people don't want to hear this. But guys, stop letting these people rock us to sleep. These people have been rocking us to sleep for entirely too long. All they look at us is entertainers. And soon in a minute, you don't play by their music. What they going to do? They're going to cut you. They'll take you out. We are the only people, our entertainers, the actors, the only ones that can't die in their legacy. Every other race can die with their legacy, but we can't. Our people cannot die with their legacy. They will ruin them. But you see, we just asleep. We don't want to hear stuff like this. We want to sit there and see how we can help them do their job. Like I tell you guys all the time. I say, oh, Master have to do anything. All he have to do now is just sit back because we doing the job for him. We are doing the job for him. He don't have to do anything anymore because we doing the job for him. All he got to do is just sit back, drink his lemonade, and just laugh at us now because now he know that he got us mentally. But we got to shake these chains off of our brains, come off of the plantation. Because, like I said, not everything that we call evil is evil. And like I say, it may not be for everybody. But I promise you, this is one thing when it comes to polygamists, they will never make it legal because it's a $1 billion, $1 trillion industry. So why would they make polygamists legal? Then they're gonna be losing money because then you're gonna have like everybody in the home. Like I said, the divorce rate gonna go down. The prisons, they gonna be out of business. This is a money industry, guys. Like the Queen says, Shahrazad Ali said, when it comes to monogamous, that's an economic system is set in place that was created. That was created with us in mind because they knew if we all come together, we will be a force to be reckoned with, where even Satan will fall down to his knees. Even Satan will tremble. This whole system will collapse if we come together. Guys, stop letting these people rock us to sleep. I mean, we running after the wrong things. We we taking out our own people when the real enemy is out there just looking and laughing, plotting all night, thinking what he can do next. And the thing about it is that we help them. We help them to do their job. That's sad, guys. That's horrible. We help them to do their job. What they say, the black man always have their back. Didn't our president say that? The black man always have his back. We got your back. We got everybody back except our own back. We'll take and we'll sit there, we'll put in each other back. We don't have each other interests because that's the way that we was taught. We was taught to love everybody else but hate ourselves. That's why we're not happy with nothing. We hate to see anybody get an inch. And like I say, guys, this is real talk. I can entertain you guys with all that foolish stuff, but how long you wants to be entertained? How long should I butt dance for you guys? Like I said, this is it. It can't get no worse than this right here. But the thing about it is that we doing it to ourselves right now. We hurting our own self. Everybody sitting there saying, "Oh, we want our reparation." Yeah, they owe us. Is no money. Like I said there and say, can't even they give us for what they done to our people. But at least it's a start. You absolutely right, Donna. Donna say negative sales. It's truly sad. And the thing about it is that our people love it. We eats it up. I promise you guys, if I was sitting here tickling your ears, I probably would have a whole bunch of people. But like I said, this road is very, very narrow. Not too many people is going to cross this road. But this is the road that calls straight. And like I said, we are getting closer and closer and closer to the end right now. And I'm not here to sit there and try to preach. I'm here to tell you the truth. You either in or you out. You either hot or you cold. But you can't be in between. So we got to stop. We got to stop sitting there trying to tear down each other. Stop saying what you don't need. Because you keep saying what you don't need, there's power in the tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Don't you know that little small tongue that's in your mouth can set an entire forest on fire? It can sink an entire ship. So you keep saying, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Then you're not going to get no man. You're going to start looking like a man. But the sad thing about it is that the ones that say that they don't need a man, they got more children than they could count. Make it make sense, guys. How can you say you don't need a man, but you got children for how many baby daddies? And I'm not here to judge no one, but I'm just here to, I'm talking. This is real talk, guys. I can't sugarcoat. But can't you see, guys, this ain't nothing but a setup. This is nothing but a setup just to kill, steal, and destroy. They've been after our people since the beginning. And do you want to know why? Do you really want to know why? Let's go ahead and see. If you are spiritual, let's see why. Let's go to Psalms. I think it's Psalms 82. I think it's 82 and 3. I'm gonna tell you why. I think it's 82 and 3. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why we're a threat. I'm gonna tell you exactly why we're a threat. Like I said there and say, guys, nothing is new under the sun. Nothing is new under the sun. It's a reason for everything. It's a reason for everything. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. And like I said, with this right here, trust and believe I am in my lane. And this is the reason why. And the thing about it is that we're going to be accountable for it because our own people are the ones that's helping these people do their job, not knowing who they are. You don't know who you are. You don't know that you are peculiar people. Look at who you are. What it says. I said you are gods. And I'm not talking about the big OG, I'm talking about little G. You are gods. You are the son of the most high. You are gods. The black man is God. And that's the Bible. So that's why you are hunted down like sheep for the slaughter. You are the only race that is hunted down like a sheep for the slaughter. Because when you rise, they know that their kingdom will fall. So it's time for the black man to rise, get in position. And the only way that the black man can rise and get in position, he needs a strong black woman because she is his backbone. When he fall, you there to raise him back up, not to put your foot on him, but to raise him back up. Yeah, he makes crazy decisions because sometimes he don't think with the right head. But you are wise. You know good and well this is fight that has nothing to do with us. So it's time for us to get in position so we can put the black man back in his rightful position. And the sad thing about it is that they know it, but you don't because you're so busy allowing these people to continue to rock you to sleep. Long as they can sit there and throw a little piece of cheese, oh my God, you would throw your own mom under the bus. Guys, but what the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul just for the love of almighty dollars? When the Bible says that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, everything belongs to us. As everything that you see, it belongs to us. Don't you know when they make all these things, all these labels that we be wearing, all these other people labels? Don't you know when they make all these things, they have you in mind? Don't you know they have you in mind? Because they know stuff like that, it gets us excited. Because we got to live like the Joneses. That ain't nothing but $1 billion industry for them just to put more money in their pocket. Just for you to sit there and try to live like the Joneses, but inside living like the Walters. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. A rich man is not going to walk around with everybody labels on from head to toe. A person that wants something out of life is not going to spend their whole paycheck living from paycheck to paycheck just to impress somebody else. I mean, they know exactly what makes us move. They know exactly what makes us tick. Where they even cut their own hair off of their head because they know you're going to buy it. And I'm a cosmetologist. I'm guilty too. I'm guilty as well. But we all got to start from somewhere. We got to start from somewhere. I mean, the hair industry. I wish I would have got into the game, but they wasn't gonna let me get in the game. They're gonna make sure that they keep us out. We finally getting a little bit of crumbs in the hair industry. But at one time they had that on lockdown. You couldn't even buy a hair to go and sell. And even if we would put it in our shop, and I'm a witness, they will pass your shop up to go and give it to somebody else. And the ones that they giving it to is not going to put nothing in your community. They're not going to spend not one dime in your community. And the hair business, believe it or not, that's $1 billion industry. Not a billion, $1 trillion industry. Off of who? Us. So if we are the biggest consumers and we spending trillions of dollars just on hair alone, then we need to ask ourselves, where are we getting that money? Where are we getting that money from? Where we gonna spend trillions of dollars just on hair weed? We don't have no school. We don't have no banks. We barely have stores. Only 1% of business that black entrepreneurs own in the entire United States. But yet we the biggest consumers. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. That's just to show you guys they know exactly what it takes to rock us to sleep. And we are asleep. And I got 2 more minutes. It's time for us to wake up. And like I said, my channel is not for everyone. It's only for those that are seeking the truth. It's only for those that seeking the truth. And like I said there and say, none of us have it together. None of us have all the answers. But we got to stop tearing down each other and start praying for one another. Because, like I said, the enemy is going to stay up all day, all night, plotting how he can take us out. And he know if he can take the black man out of the house, he know he got you. He know he got you. That ain't nothing but a cheap trick, guys. A cheap trick. So all I can sit there and say, guys, it's time for us to wake up. And it's time for us to pick our banner up. And it's time for us to start running. Because like I said, how long we gonna allow these people to rock us to sleep? So guys, look, I'm about to go ahead and close it out. I see where Starbucks said Black China has her own hairline. Yeah, she just started. Yeah, she just started. I think I don't know if she started this year or last year, but yeah, they catching on now because they forcing them to start selling to them. At one time, they didn't want to sell to them. They had that on lockdown. They didn't even want it. You around you go into them stores, those Korean stores. They had black salesmen on the floor, but they would never allow them behind the cashier. But they had to have black salesmen because they couldn't speak the language. They didn't know what they needed. But it's just so weird, guys, how other people could come in and do something and we can't even sit there and come together to do anything, make it make sense. That's messed up. I see Donna say people don't want to care about the truth because too much negative has been taught in the world. Yes, the devil love his own. And the sad thing about it is that our people is just falling for all that okie dokie. But this right here, guys, is just for the remnant. It's not for everybody. It's for people that's seeking truth. And not everybody is seeking truth because there's a lot of people, they lost, guys. They lost. But like I said, they say, when it comes to family, guys, when it comes to family, we can't just be so quick to throw in the towel because we already know that they have people that is assigned just to take what you got. And so in a minute they tell you, leave. Leave and go where? Leave and go where? Half of the women that sit there and leave only go out there. Some of them make it and some of them don't. But if you got a good provider that made a dumb mistake, it's not over. Now, if you continue going and, yeah, and taking out of your home, yes. But like I said, just got to be careful now, when you get into a relationship now, make sure everything is open. Don't go in there, thinking that you guys going to be one way and then once you get in 1 to 2 years, then you guys want to switch. So make sure that your life be an open book. Say what you want. If you want an open relationship, if you want more than one woman, say what you want. And I think that they should make polygamous legal. They made everything else. You nowadays you can marry a dog. Make sure you watch the video in the beginning where now not parents, single mothers are getting vibrators for their 13-year-old daughter. And you know what that's going to lead them on to. What the heck? Your child, you giving your child a vibrator for? I would be questioning the mother right now. Everybody was questioning the mothers. Everybody was questioning the mothers. Why would you even want to buy a vibrator for your daughter? Unless I would be trying to see what's going on with that child. Something must have happened to that child. Wow, but that's just to show you what type of world we live in. So, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Thank you, Starbucks. Thank you, Donna. Guys, if you came in, thank you guys for joining my live Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. Like I said, guys, we can take the foolish things of this world to conform the wise, but it's time for us to put the black man back on his throne, back in his rightful place, and that's Real Talk. So you all be blessed and have a good day.